we are going to tell you the tale that we like to call The Billionaire and the Beauty Queen. This is part 2. Donald J. Trump and his presidential campaign are still dealing with the fallout from his fat shaming of the 1996 Miss Universe pageant winner, Alicia Machado, who spent the past 24 hours telling her story in interviews with CNN, Fox News, and The Today Show.
What were the names that he called you?
Miss Piggy, Miss Housekeeping, Miss Eating Machine.
All to your face?
Yes, all the time. I know what I left with him, and he knows too. And he was really aggressive. He was really rude. He was a bad person with me. And that is the story that I need to share for my community.
When you said
we can't accept more insults for my Latin community. No more. I need to share my story. I think I can open a few eyes. I can maybe change a few minds. Then, I don't think this person is the right person then can be a president.
Mark, we will talk about how the media has been covering this story in just a moment. But my question for you at this hour is whether this story is accelerating or finally starting to simmer down.
The Trump campaign, I think, could be forgiven for thinking, well, this will just go away. If we don't comment on it, it will go away. Because that's happened in the past when Trump's had these flaps. Some of them have lingered, but not as dominant stories, kind of background stuff the Clinton people push. The reason why I think they may be wrong and that this may linger as a news story in a pretty hot way is we're in a different phase of the campaign. This happened in the debate. It didn't happen at a rally. It didn't happen in an offhanded remark to Fox or in an interview. This happened in a debate in such a high-profile way. And she is someone who, for whatever flaws she might have, what Trump said about her is going to resonate with a lot of people. So I think it's still moving, and I think the Trump campaign believes they can ignore it. They may be wrong.
I said yesterday on the show that I thought, it's just nuts to insult someone in a way that has such resonance with so many people. We learned yesterday 85 million people watched that debate. Let's say that's 40 million women. Virtually every one of those 85 million people knows someone who, all of us, right, who have dealt with dealt with their weight issues.
Certainly the ones who know me feel that way.
Well, we've dealt with weight issues, or we've had someone in our family who's dealt with a weight issue. There are people who have eating disorders. There are people who have been bullied. These are like issues that are not political, abstract policy issues or even abstract political issues. These are like the grist of the culture, of the kind of things people talk about over their dinner table every day. And that is a very dangerous terrain to insult many, 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 many millions of people in that way, which is why I think you're right. I think she's come across, quite sympathetically in most of her media interviews. I've not seen all of them, but the ones I've seen, she's come across very sympathetically. She's come across like she's hurt. She has a right to be hurt. I don't know if the Trump campaign is ever going to apologize to her, but I'll tell you, you said it yesterday that they should. I think today, even more than yesterday, it would be smart for them to shut this down by apologizing.
And to paraphrase Donald Trump, I don't care if she went out on Fifth Avenue and shot someone. What he said about her and to her was wrong and rude and insensitive.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are going to see it that way. And I'll just say again, the press is not going to drop this. The Clinton campaign is not going to drop it. I'm not saying it's going to dominate. I'm not saying it's going to cost them the election. But they're wrong to think that at this phase, in a high-profile thing, the highest-profile thing, like a debate, that this is just another person Trump insulted and who cares.
A lot of people think Donald Trump is a bully. And you can be mean to your political opponents. You can say a lot of things about him and no one really cares because that's what's expected of politicians. But when you start bullying private citizens, whether it's a Gold Star family or a judge in Indiana, from Indiana, you're in a different terrain.
I'll just say one more thing.
No nominees do this.
The dominant meme right now in this campaign is Trump and Trump particularly, but also his campaign are not competent, that they're not performing competently because the debate was not handled competently. Now, the prism through which this is being seen is incompetence, failure to put it down.